Aquarius Otters, thank you for stopping for your reads. Sacred Spiritual Healer. If you want personal reads, email me at sacredspiritualhealer@gmail.com. Any inner child work, healing, or just questions on your journey, you can also email me that address. Follow the links below. There's also PayPal for the payment. If you need other arrangements for payment, let me know. And I'm just finishing up shuffling up these decks. I try to always shuffle all of them because you never know which one Spirit's going to direct me to use. Just finished the collective read. If you are Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for Aqua, welcome. We are currently just in the shadow element of the Mercury retrograde. I know I already felt it start with the effects. I'm pretty sensitive to the moon energy. Most Aquas are. But October 31st to November 20th is the actual Mercury retrograde. Get one more. In the email, feel free to email any questions, or in the comments, my bad, any questions you have on your journey, because this channel is mostly for those on the Twin Flame journey. But we also like to check our Sun, Moon, Risings, right? And those of cross watch of our divine counterpart. So if you're a cross watcher, welcome. Remember, energies can be switched. Genders are irrelevant. If I refer to the card as he or she, it's just because that's probably the picture on the card. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's, you know, that gender. You can switch energies. And let me just get the, I love this deck. I don't use this deck very much. I'm going to start with the advice, as Spirit is having me yesterday and today do. He wanted me to start with those so that if we run out close to time, at least the advice cards still come out. After all, what the Spirit wants to say is more important. Alright, these were already shuffled. Anything on that Spirit wants to let the Aquarius, Otter, no. Messages for from the divine. And this collective wave. Thank you. Crystal healing, we've been getting this a lot this week. Well, I'd say the last few days. Alright, and that one too. Crystal healing. Okay, these messages, if you're new to the channel, were channeled from the divine, and then I wrote them down on paper, saying these and these. They were just channeled messages. Alright. Crystal healing, they heal holistically, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually level. They realign energies, dissolve disease at the core and or root cause. Alright. The M is protecting you from the karmic or harsh words per Spirit. So if you're not hearing from your divine counterpart right now, it's because they're protecting you from things that's going on in either the house or with the karmic. Alright. Amethyst wand. A crystal wand is something like this. It's like the stick. Some of them are longer, and so forth. But this is amethyst wand. Opens the 6th chakra, your 3rd eye. Also removes blockages from your sacral. Works at both ends. Your ancestors are sending you messages. Listen quietly and give thanks. Remember, listening to songs that are playing on the radio that hit home or hits a sensitive spot, or from your spirit guides or ancestors, the spirit of someone that wants to reach out to you. Nurture your unique talents and get into mission. Alright. These are super hard to, I didn't have any 3x5s when I had to do these ones, so I just grabbed photo paper, so they're very hard to shuffle. Okay, and one more. Okay, balance your solar plexus chakra. And balance throat. Okay, so I know there's another balance one that fell out. So balance your solar plexus chakra and balance your throat chakra. As I always say, Jupiter 1111 on YouTube is excellent for chakra work. If you go on her channel, in her video list, she has free chakra activations, and they will help balance you and everything. They work amazing. You'll love it. Alright, and you can also go on her website, I think, and, you know, pay for a whole, let's see, she has package deals, so you can purchase one of them if you want more than one chakra. Raise your own vibration first, not just your counterparts. Okay, do you, or they cheat. So do you either cheat or, you know, flirt, overly flirt, stuff like that, or do they, your counterpart being they, right? Feeling, this was caused by feeling betrayed as a child, maybe between siblings or something of that nature, parents abandoning you, or feeling, you know, someone's perspective is different than what actually occurred sometimes, or watching your parents cheat or flirt. Then this would create that for you. Go back in your childhood, do the inner child healing, and you can, you know, reverse those when you go back and visualize, going back to the times when you remember that, cutting the cords to that situation, you know, reassuring that child, which is the you child, right? But do the inner child healing, and that will improve that aspect, because that's going to be very challenging in any relationship. Eat healthy. Take a walk in nature. Your spiritual guides are near you always. Listen to the synchronicities, things that happen. Sometimes your lights will flicker or something like that. It might not just be the electricity. I'm going to pull 3. Okay, yes. Sorry, got ahead of myself. Spirit reminded me I didn't do these. Okay, something needs to change. Take the leap of faith and change it. This could be you're not on your spiritual path, you're not in mission. That needs to change. As time gets closer to union, you need to be, especially the leader, the divine feminine should already be in mission and starting her soul purpose, so that when she brings in the divine masculine, she can continue to teach him and then be in mission together. Community, soul, family, unit. Find your soul family. And for spiritual, like you're listening to your intuition, aquas or otters, it's a knowing that your intuition is something that you just know, and you don't know where you knew it, right? That's because it's your intuition. Your spirit guides are telling you, your divine's telling you. If you have a question for your divine counterpart or others, the answer is not yet. Divine Spirit wants you to know, not yet. Call on your animal spirit guides for guidance. They will help you. And you're out of balance somewhere, meditate to get back into balance. Okay, now we, thank you. Now we can get into these, right? Just pulling 3 aqua. We'll take that. That's beautiful. Okay, these are just cute little witch tarot cards. That South Witch, Earth Witch, and Hedge Witch. Very bright and cheery, just like every aqua, right? I'm a little partial because I am an aqua, although I won't pull my energy into the reading. Spirit. Okay, so I'm going to read from the book for these because I don't use them. I've had them for years and years, but I don't use them enough to know, other than reading what Spirit wants me to tell you. Okay, so first hand, you're following the right direction. You're blossoming. The sun is shining on you for the next 10 days. And this is the South Witch. 36. Okay. There you go. So the South Witch predicts a happy phase when the sun will shine for you. An opportunity arises for you to glow in the new light of happiness. You shall be reaping what you have sown, and the fruits of your labors should reveal a future expectations. Time is your dignified tool and willpower, your victorious armor. So ahead you have great things coming in, Aqua. Okay, and then we have the Earth Witch. It's time to bring in your harvest, that of which the seeds you've sown, your harvest. It's time to bring in your harvest. Okay, so Earth Witch. Alright, so Earth Witch. The feminine Earth Witch brings you love and the riches of earthly joys as solid as the earth itself. You and a lover may feel that a passion has died, yet saying goodbye is not sad, as you will treasure your shared pleasures. Spring will burst new buds. As summer approaches, you and a lover will warm to each other. So while you're bringing in your harvest at this time, some aquas may be deciding to do themselves, you know, do your own thing instead of being tied to that connection, right? And we know in the journey, right, there's always that magnetic pull, and then it goes back. And so if you're not getting response from your counterpart, if you pull away, then by magnet, right there, you pull away, they're going to all of a sudden be like, oh, where'd my aqua go? So then they'll come back to you. 3, if it was meant to be, of course. So the Hedge Witch is hiding something here. Let's see what she's hiding. Sorry, it's taken me a second to find it on the book. Hedge Witch right there, 41. Okay, Hedge Witch. The Hedge Witch reminds you that you can break free of entanglement in others' problems, so stay away from drama. At the age of a hedge can be told by what grows within it. An old problem can be severed at the root. A person or a group may respond well to your proposals regardless of minor hurdles. Victory will be yours. So cut out the BS that no longer serves you, right? Alright, Aquas, let's get into our good stuff. I just think that oops, divine aquas. Wow. I don't know if that was the spirit not liking the witch cards, maybe. Someone's in their emotions. Aqua. Why are we in our emotions? The moon energy, you should be feeling good. If you're doing your meditations, getting recharged, raising your own vibrations, right? Of course, if something does trigger you, then we go into our emotions, right, into our past, into our inner child, and we heal that. And of course, it's very emotional, because otherwise we wouldn't have hid them down so deep, right? So follow your third eye and see what you didn't want to see in your inner child, in your past, in your emotions. I have things recently come up that they weren't from childhood necessarily, they were more for probably from 18, 19 years ago. So I had to go in and heal those things, and I never even would have remembered those things, but I asked Spirit, show me what I didn't want to see, because obviously I still had a block. Something still needed to be healed, even as a, the high priestess level, we still have to go back and do that inner healing. Anything else, Spirit? Thank you. Okay. Anything else for Aqua? All my Aquas are just dancing out of here, but we are full of energy, aren't we? High vibration. Feeling good. There's a song like that. Feeling the high vibration. High vibe. So this is a fire. It's the fire ants. It's you're busy as a collective, busy with the collective. Feeling a little fiery here, but like sensitive to like getting, I would hate to say pissed off, but fire ants, when they bite, they burn. It really hurts, and so they don't bite by one, right? They come in droves. So this person has a little bit of fiery energy. Why? Because they had something that triggered them. This is a trigger, and this is going in and healing it, right? But also being strong like the buffalo, it's an earth energy, very grounded as the earth, right? We have the hedge and flowers and the earth witch, so very earthy right now for Aquas, and I feel very grounded, so hopefully you do as well. Just the horse, wild like a Mustang, yeah, that's the Aqua, right? We're the rebels, we are the Mustangs. We like to be free and do our own thing, but yet be very spirited and in our intuition, using our gifts. The buffalo, it is very grounded as well, strong, following the divine guidance, knowing that we are more than ourselves, that we get so caught up in the air element that we feel like we are all things. And of course we have the cosmic golden egg, amazing. Something still that's being hatched, your talents, your skills, your enlightenment, you are ascending in your gifts. Spirit is very much nurturing you right now, letting you grow a little at a time before that final shell breaks free. But know that it is such a very divine gift that you're going to be getting from the ethers, that it's being nurtured right now. So you're going in and doing these healings, being strong like the buffalo, being free like the Mustang, but know that each of these things as they go, and each time you go in and heal, something else is growing inside you as a divine golden egg. Okay, these cards were already done shuffled, of course, but I will give them another freshener to tie into Aquas in the collective and not of my own free spirit. Let's give the divine collective of the Aquas their own reading, please. True and precise messages for this group. True and precise messages for Aqua, please. True and precise messages for the Aquas in this group. fiery, oh, aquas. So sorry. You want me to put those cards back? I can't do that. I know, Spirit. Spirit says I don't think so. And some of you, I'm just going to bring this out because it is relevant. The bottom of that deck card is you're releasing someone, your divine counterpart, or releasing something that no longer serves you to see, you know, is it really you? This could even be a job, which is great because that means you're going to find something better for you, more suited for Aqua. We are such a high intellect that, you know, we need something that's going to stimulate our intelligence and the way we think and appreciate, because people see us as that free Mustang, right, the rebel, and they underestimate our intelligence and gifts that we bring to the table. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Sometimes even people in our lives underestimate, which is hard because then you want to release them too, right? We had a flipper in here somewhere. I know I saw a flip. Oh. Okay. So that should be enough. Certainly should be enough. I'm going to push some of these up here. Spirit shows that goes down there. Okay, we're going to have to bring them around here. And if we do this. Thank you, Spirit. Alright. Alrighty. Sorry, my chair is squeaking. Alright. So, we are getting first up today, probably, because this is this week, right? For the next several days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, for the next 9 or 10 days. Basically, this is for the rest of October, okay? Right up to the beginning of Mercury retrograde. But the shadow of Mercury retrograde is already begun. So that's some of these energies you're seeing move are because of that shadow side, right? And then things pick back up out of the retrograde on November 20th, like I said. But again, we'll have that 2-week shadow after. So it's going to be a heck of a time. We'll do a Mercury retrograde reading all on its own, Aqua. Okay, so you're going to have something's coming in as a tower today. Something perhaps at work. It could be anything, little or big, but it's going to shake you. It's going to shake your foundation. Something that was on a faulty belief or faulty foundation, as far as, like, you know, if you build a beach house on the sand, then it's not unlikely that it's not going to get washed away, right? Because there's no concrete basement there to make it sturdy or stable. So this is the tower getting shook at its core. Alright. I'm seeing people being thrown from the tower up here, but there's people down here, and this looks almost like I'm just being drawn more to these people here than this. So it's not necessarily the tower isn't throwing you out, but it's shaking you up because you're already out. So this is something that's happening around you but affecting you, maybe even if it's just scaring you. Something with a battle, someone coming up against you, coming up against work. I'm really getting strong work as effect here. This is, feels like something at your work more than a relationship, okay? So you feel tied, even though you could just walk out those swords, right? You're feeling the heat, you're feeling the flames, you feel like your hands are tied, you're blinded, because let's face it, if it is a work situation or a relationship situation, sometimes you just, you know, something might happen, but you don't want to quit, right? Aquas can be stubborn, because we think we can fix everything, right? We're also a lot of times empaths, so we feel the pain of everyone else and want to stay and fix it for them. So don't do it, Aqua. Pay attention to you and heal you. Go in and love yourself first. Unbind yourself, uncover your eyes and walk out of those so that you're not stuck in the flames, the wrath of it. And don't be stubborn as a nut. I know I hate changing. Like, even if the job ahead looks like it's positive, I still want to stay connected to the job before, right? Even if it wasn't all that great, because that way, you feel like you put so much of yourself into it. This is you believing in your own science, believing in your belief systems. You've uprooted old past belief systems and are following and being loyal to your new beliefs and to the new you, because you are growing, you're ascending. You've had certain pet loss before, whether they were love of the job, love of work, love of self, or love of a relationship. And this could also just be other family members. But you're certainly, on this day, you're going to be in your emotions here, but there will be calmer waters nearby. So have faith. And Spirit is there to get you through it, across the, out of the flow of emotions and across to the calm waters. But remember, regardless of what's lost, you still have more than enough for one person, more than enough for you. Okay, and this is you going into your hermit stage. And Aquas really don't do this very much, I don't find. Going within and just being still and, pondering everything, because we're fast thinkers. Our mind, we're very intellectual. We're always, doing one thing and still planning for the next 5 years, right? Our mind is always going and planning and figuring out the best way to do something to be proactive. So here you're going to have to take this, is going to shake you enough, and you're going to think about this, and you're going to look at what was lost, but realize what you still have, and you're going to go within and say, I got to follow the flame, the light that Spirit is giving me to follow in my uprooted beliefs and come out victorious. So remember that this could be your divine counterpart, or it could be another masculine family member. This doesn't feel like a love reading to me, so I'm really getting that it's more work, something around you. So this could even be a boss, something like of that nature, but he's dipping his toes in the emotions with you, sitting confident, not being stubborn or firm, but being confident, holding on to his staff with his emotions. In his hand is emotions, and his heart is open, and his throat chakra is open to speak, and he has a smile, so he's not, upset. There's two dolphins. Dolphins are very joyful, playful, love, unconditional love. They just want to play in the water. That's their whole life. Wouldn't you want to be a dolphin? And see how happy he seems too. Now this could be love, your counterpart. I'm not saying it's not, but with this part here, this part does not feel like it's a relationship. Okay. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Being very, you have your loved one that's very loyal beside you. Your heart chakra is wide open. You're confident in the science of the journey, because again, this channels for the divine twin flame journey. A lot of growth beside you, all this grass and the trees. So a lot of growth, a lot of heart chakra open, and you're working on your higher self, confident. You're just sitting there relaxed, holding on to what you've worked for. Thinking about the loyalty that you've put in. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. And here's your genie in a bottle. Right? This guy looks like a genie in a bottle. If you've seen the play on Broadway, he looks like that. 9 of Cups. So you have choices, but you know that you need to There are choices out there for you, more to come. You don't want the cup with the fish in it, right? You don't want anything fishy. You want to make sure you're getting what the genie in the bottle has brought you, what the divine is giving you. So that's what you're going in and contemplating, why all this happened was to get you to the cup that the divine wants you to take, and telling you to release it, right? Release what is not serving you well, release what is not for you, because the divine is sending you something so much better. Believe and hold on to that belief. You know the science behind the journey in your heart, so hold true to that and stay to the higher ground. I have someone that works nights sleeping in the other room, so sorry if it's quiet. Okay, we're going to clarify this tower, get us some answers, right? Oops. Clarify for the AQUAS here, Spirit, true and precise messages for the AQUAS in this group regarding the tower, please. Flipper in here. Maybe I already got it. Yep, must have already gotten it. Okay, just don't want to leave something behind that was important. This tower, okay, someone's being very sneaky, right? Not in their truth. They want to come in out of the cold, but they're being very sneaky. Something, it's almost like someone is robbing you, taking what is yours, something precious that you've worked on, because even though he is here and he's thinking in to take your swords, because it looks like he's collecting swords, right? But this bird has this beautiful emerald here with the aqua sign on it, and it's really coming out to be. And usually I don't see that bird that much. Can you see the bird and the little emerald that they're carrying? So this tower is about someone taking from you something. Yes, okay. They're taking away your 10 of Cups. The AQUAS, someone is taking away. They were stepping out. Thank you, Spirit. They were stepping out on you, taking away your 10 of Cups, that loyalty that you fought for, that you worked so hard for. Turns out it is a love reading. Although work could still be your 10 of Cups. But the Ace of Wands, the divine flame that was being protected by the dragons. Wow, okay, so I'm going to show you what I got here. Somebody's, that's not for all AQUAS, but it could be. We do know there's a possibility on this journey, right? But the King of Cups is upside down, so he stepped out. You found out that he wasn't loyal, that you no longer had the 10 of Cups with him, but that flame is gone, right? And here you stand, you were so dedicated, building your pentacles and focusing on him and blooming, keeping the waters calm between you. And you thought he too saw that you were the divine one. You thought he was the one. Your twin flame, this, one soul, two bodies. But the tower came in and shook that to wake up, to show you that he was stepping out, that he wasn't being true to you, that he was being sneaky. And this is a divine, perhaps this aquas that are going through this tower are new to the journey, because we know that that there are karmics and there are side pieces, right? Women that the men are stepping out, the women stepping out, whichever. And see, these had flipped, so let me pick these back up. And these, yeah, three-part situation right there. So the tower came in and shook it up, made him be in his truth about the three-party situation that he was in. It's caused a lot of emotion, right? Because he was in his truth. But that way you can move forward and heal, right? So go down in, heal, forgive him, forgive yourself, forgive the person that, enticed him. Like that would still be a karmic to him, because there was something else he had to learn from that. Alright? So that's what that tower was all about. Better than losing the job. But it's put you in Aqua, a state of tied up. What do I do now? Being stubborn because your flame was being sneaky. He was, stepping out of the relationship. So you have to go within and the high priestess you are. You know what you work for. You know your worth. You have to decide, are you going to go on in this journey solo, or continue to devote in the contract that you agreed to. Okay, the Eight of Swords, they're clarified by the Eight of Swords. You have to go down into the darkest part of your soul and heal those wounds. And this isn't the first time this has happened to you. It's most likely happened before. So you have to go in, and there's something back in the deep part of you that you didn't want to face, that it's happened before, right? And heal that. Because when you heal the old way and forgive them from the past hurts, and heal from this hurt with forgiveness, the healing goes faster with the forgiveness. Okay, let's clarify the Eight of Swords. Yeah, he wants to come out of the cold. He's bringing you this page as a Page of Sword, immature energy, wants to put down swords, doesn't want to fight with you. He doesn't want to see you in the Nine of Swords. He wants to bring you both out of that. And hoping you'll forgive him, which is a divine counterpart. We should be forgiving. And it's not easy. It's very painful. But you will rejoice when when you feel so much lighter after that. And in your intuition, you probably already knew, right? Because as a high priestess, we know the lies behind, the truth behind the lies. He wants to put an end to that hurt, though. He wants to come out of the cold with you so that the chariot can move forward together. And they know it's going to be a challenge. They know they're going to have to go through a lot of emotions with you, and you're not always going to see eye to eye regarding this new light or information that's come to light. But this is why he told you, was because he wanted to be out of that situation. He wants to be with this divine, because he knows you are the light. There's our Page of Pentacles. He's bringing this offer because he's wanting to be loyal moving forward. He knows you were loyal. Or this could be, again, him, her. Remember, the gender doesn't matter. That can be switched. But this person is a guy, so I'm going to say he is surrendering to the divine, asking for forgiveness regarding this flame connection. regarding him stepping out. He wants to celebrate with you. And these wands, while it is the 6 of Wands, it always reminds me of the 1111 because there's 4 wands right there. Knowing that that's synchronicity for the divine connection. 2 of Coins wants to balance, move forward together, balance, equal give and take. Know that it's going to be emotional, going through the emotions, but as promised for the rainbow, there's a treasure at the end. So he wants that treasure with you. Again, putting an end to the 6 of Swords. You don't want to move ahead alone. You want to move ahead with him. So it's in reverse, because here she's in this boat alone. He knows you're the star. He knows that with that tower that fell, you are rising to the occasion to light the way, to be in your divine knowledge and knowing from spirit, right? Because we are the higher self. We are the high priestess. We are the all-knowing. So we leave the light, the path of the light, out of the rubble for him to follow and to be enlightened as well. And to look at the 2 cups that are left, his cup and your cup. So these other cups, the 3-cup party situation is spilt. It's done. Blood may have spilt, emotions have poured out, but you still have your cup and he has his, and you want to join those cups together into one. Clarify that with the 5 of Cups. Clarify that with the 5 of Cups. Yes, because you are the lovers. He wants to be in his truth with you, and let justice balance. Let justice balance this out. I'm just knowing, though, that you have to both wear your masks, because for some reason these 2 justice, both of them are wearing a mask. I've never seen that before. Don't think anyways. But you both need to wear your mask, right? You both need to be in your truth, because there are things about the feminine the male doesn't know, things about the masculine the feminine doesn't know. You need to bear your truth. This is a partnership. To be in the partnership, you have to both be equal give and take, both in your truth. It's not, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That wasn't Spirit's saying, so. But 9 of Cups, you want that 1 cup that's filled with hang on, lost the channel, so it wasn't right. Let's see. 9 of Cups. Regardless to the other cups that are out there, the other options that are available, you're the only cup that fills him and nourishes him. Thank you, Spirit. What's the Hermit about? What's the Hermit about? Yeah, 6 of Coins, equal give and take again. Right? You're going in to see, okay, is this really equal give and take, or is he taking more than he is giving? I only say that because the hand that's taking one or putting one in, it's all in perception of how you look at it. Everyone's experience has a different perception. There is no black and white. Sometimes it's gray. Sometimes it's a rainbow of colors. I prefer the rainbow color. Okay, on this one we have, yes, he knows you're his high priestess. Of course he knows, right? You've shown him. The owl has shown him through the wisdom of the wise owl. But as a high priestess, you have all the tools you need within you to weld the future, to be a co-creator with the universe. Because the sun is here, and you know the quantum physics in the science of this journey. And many tears, you know that many tears have been spilled over this three-party situation on both parts, yours and his. He doesn't want to break your heart. He doesn't want to see you cry. But healing comes from within each of us. We each have to heal ourselves in that situation. So you're going in as in your hangman situation, out of the hermit into the hangman, and know that it's divinely guided, divine timing, that you do mirror each other, and that you need to be flexible regarding this. Why flexible, Spirit? I mean, I know why flexible, but because we both have shadows. We both have a shadow side, so be flexible, because you don't know when it'll be your turn to be seen in the mirror, because you mirror each other, and divinely so, to see one another for their true selves. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, King of Coins. You see him now as a King of Coins. He's keeping his feet in the waters of emotions. He's got his cup full of love, and he is very happy because you've decided to do the work in you and forgive him. And he wants to offer that cup of love to you as a king. Spirit says change. Something else has to come back out. Again, I've already shuffled all these, but for the sake of the doubters, someone out there must be sending me doubt on my shuffle. Alright, don't be a hater. The message comes from Spirit, not the card. The cards are just for your imagery. You tell them, Spirit, you tell them. They're just feeling jaded. Yeah, he wants that Ten of Pentacles with you to share the two cups into one and celebrate that one cup with you, because he sees now that you are the divine cup. You are the divine half. He sees you for your worth. He sees you for that high priestess that you are. And he regrets hurting you. He's sorry. Again, he's spilt many tears over what he's done to you as well. Clarify from the Pentacles. Clarifying that last statement. No longer being in. Thank you. No longer holding yourself in imprisonment of the Eight of Swords. You're taking the leap of faith, the Zero card, as the Fool. Moving forward with communication to one another, because he knows that you are the Two of Cups. You're telepathically connected and sharing the love, knowing that you're the lovers, and he wants to put an end to that pain that he caused you. Oops. Yeah, okay. Clarify Nine of Cups, please. Clarify Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. You're deciding that you want to follow. You want the cup the divine has sent you. You know that's the cup of the genie. The genie in the cup. In case you're a beginner at the story. I'm coming in late. Okay. Spirit, Nine of Cups, please. Thank you. Yeah, then this was upside down, so no longer having the devil energy of that three-party situation, getting rid of other devil energies, smoking, drinking, sex, drugs, etc. Getting rid of choices, getting no longer worried about choices, not even looking for another choice. Thank you, Spirit. Coming in with the wand, fiery energy, fast. A message for the High Priestess. The Sword of Truth. As a King of Pentacles, he wants to give you the gift. And he's trying to have strength. Because you did release him due to the fighting. You needed time to rest. You needed time to go in and recuperate and find that forgiveness within yourself, to heal yourself as the High Priestess. Because you know that that's what's needed to do to move forward for both of you. And you had to release him so that he then could see the error of his ways and come back to you when he was ready, when he was in the high vibration, such as yourself. Because he needs to come forward to you ready and in his power. As the Hierophant. Do we get a Hierophant spirit? Is he coming to her as a Hierophant? Coming with the Ace of Pentacles, Judgment broke up the fighting. Four of Pentacles. Okay, didn't we just get the Four of Pentacles? No, Ace of Pentacles. That's balance. And no longer in the Four of Swords energy. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Equal give and take. This is what he's offering you as the need. No longer juggling, because he knows you're the High Priestess. Seven of Wands, no more fighting, doesn't want to be defensive. He wants to surrender to you regarding that connection. And what's on the bottom? But upside down, Three of Hearts. No more broken heart. So by the end of the month, you have done you've gone through this cycle and started a new cycle. You're going to have that choice of Two of Wands, which one you're going to choose. But you know you want the divine counterpart, the one that's offering you the gift. You're doubting yourself. Don't doubt yourself. You're the High Priestess. The Moon energy, you know the connection is there. You, as a High Priestess, can look for the truth behind the shadows, behind the veil. We know the truth. We see the truth. Go within. Do the work. The Knight of Swords coming in again with his truth. You're going to make him hold out here. And you're going to come forward. He's going to be victorious in this battle of coming forward to you, because he knows you're the star and you are the Queen of Wands. A little defensive, but you know that it's because of the connection that you'll hear him out. You'll accept his Ace of Pentacles. You know that you're going to be abundant together as you move forward with the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. I was really surprised the Hierophant card didn't come out, that's all. Right, get them some angel cards. Aqua. I feel bad. What am I saying? I'm an Aqua. But let me know how this goes, and I wish you well during this next 10 days. Next 9 days, I guess it is. But Spirit wants you to know transformation with this happening. You both will transform. You will grow. Things are changing at a cellular level and with deep healing. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open, is happening for you, not to you. Remember that. This isn't happening to you, it's happening for you, for growth. Alright, again, thank you for stopping by, Aqua. Namaste.